I don't understand why we had our Roll It video moment taken away from us, but regardless, welcome to Season 8, Episode 3 of Stick to Sports.
Today we're going to take a look at the March Madness National Championship, live updates, and talk about some record-breaking athletes.
See, guys, this is the part where normally I'd go roll it, but we already rolled it. So I guess we'll go right into it. The number 1 seeded Florida Gators and Auburn Tigers went head-to-head at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio this past Saturday. And after being down by 8 at the half, the Gators clawed their way back, beating the Tigers 79-73. Now, Connor, what went wrong in the second half for the Tigers?
Well, I mean, the man's got a name, and it's Walter Clayton Jr. I mean, he is the best pure sharpshooter from 3 in all of college basketball. The way he's been playing throughout this tournament, I mean, he's inflated his draft stock like crazy. In the Saturday's win in the Final Four over Auburn for Florida, he dropped 34 points, had 5 threes. He's the first player to have a consecutive 30-point game this deep into the tournament since Larry Bird in 1979. Talk about some elite company, Alex.
Larry legendary, absolutely. I mean, the key for Florida in this game was coming out of that second half. They really got out in transition, and they forced Auburn to be really uncomfortable, taking them out of their normal half-court style of play. I mean, Auburn big man Johnny Broome, he was held to 6 for 14 shooting, and for a 7'1" big man, I mean, that's not a winning formula right there. So Florida really took their speed and their offensive striking from distance. They took that to their advantage.
Absolutely. I mean, talk about the second half, the turnovers that the Tigers just kept giving up. They gave away 12 turnovers, and the Florida scored, I think, 14 points on those turnovers. Mm-hmm. That's absolutely deadly, especially when you're in the Final Four of March Madness. You got
to take advantage of your opportunities.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, we've got 2 phenomenal teams, 2 teams that you could argue deserve to be the championship game. I mean, these teams have battled all season. For the first time we've seen in a long, long time, the Final 4 teams were the 4-1 seeds. So certainly not something that we see too often, but it's been a great tournament and a great semifinal game there.
Absolutely.
100%. The Duke Blue Devils, led by 18-year-old Cooper Flagg, have had a phenomenal season this year, but came up just short on Saturday. After being up by as many as 14 points during the game, the Houston Cougars, kind of like Florida, came back from behind and shocked the world, being the tournament favorites and securing a spot in the finals. Guys, is Cooper Flagg still the favorite for the number 1 overall draft pick in the NBA?
Well, Sammy, I think it's a tough question. I mean, the kid's 18 years old. He's a phenomenal basketball player. And if he declares for the draft, has he declared for the draft? I don't believe so. Has he?
No, he most likely will.
He most likely will. As of right now, he still has not. But if he does, I think there's a 100% chance he goes at the 101. I mean, he's just one of the best talents we've seen out of college in a long time.
I couldn't agree with you more, Mike. I mean, I think he's the most complete college prospect to ever come out. But before all this Cooper Flagg glaze, let's talk about Houston. I mean, they're playing in the national championship right now. I mean, they completed an amazing 14-point comeback over the last 8 minutes of this game, and their defense was just so suffocating. They held Duke to a measly 1 field goal over the last 10.5 minutes of that game. I mean, what happened to this Blue Devil team that was so deep at the offensive position? They just collapsed, Alex.
Well, Connor, it was the perfect storm of a Duke collapse and just the turn-up from these Cougars. You mentioned smothering defense. They went on a 9-0 run off of those turnovers in the last 35 seconds. That's unheard of. Talk about a March spectacle. But they were led by their guard, L.J. Cryer, with 26 points and 6 threes. He just took control of the game. And they're hungry for their first title. I mean, Houston hasn't been to the Natty since 1984, and they've never won one. So, you take down the golden poster child of this tournament in Cooper Flagg, and you're hungry for your first title. I mean, I like Houston's odds going into this Natty, which is halfway through at this point.
100%. I think Duke kind of got comfortable and got lazy towards the end. The 2-minute drill, they got outscored 15-2 in the final 2 minutes of the game. Again, it's March Madness. It's why it's called March Madness. Anything can happen.
You can't settle in those big moments,
Absolutely
even
not.
if you're Cooper Flagg.
Nope.
Well, the stage has been set officially, and both of these teams have proved they belong in the championship game, but only one team can win. Fellas, right now live, the Cougars are facing off against the Gators, so here's your, for the first time ever, way too late predictions. Mike, let's start with the score update, and then we'll give our predictions given the current score.
Well, currently, boys, the Cougars are up by 4, 48-44, with just under 9 minutes left here in the second half. So still plenty of game left, and it's a tight one, so I really think it could go either way. I'm going to go with Florida. I think they're going to complete this comeback. Of course, not down by too much, but at one point they were down by 10 points. So they really have been climbing back here a little bit. I think they're going to finish the job.
Gotcha.
I like the Cougars. I mean, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit here, Mike. I mean, this game is really a difference in team style. Florida, the #1 offensive team, #2 in adjusted offense, #1 in offense coming into this game. Houston has had the best defense all year long, and throughout that first half, Caleb Martin was only held to 2 points. I mean, not Caleb Martin. I'm so sorry.
Walter Clayton.
Walter
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Caleb Martins is on the Mavericks right now. Don't worry about it. No, I'm gonna agree with you, Connor. A lot of people were high on Florida going into the tournament. Like, I believe we mentioned it last show, 23% were on them to win the whole thing. But I'm going to go with Houston just because I love rooting for teams that, have never won a natty in their team history. I mean, they haven't been there in 30 years since Hakeem Olajuwon brought them there. And, I do like their defensive style, and I do like them to slow down the Gators a little bit, make them play to their tempo. I'll take Houston.
I don't want to jump on the bandwagon, but I only have one thing put down for my notes for the Natty preview. It was always meant to be Houston. It was always meant to be Houston from day one. From day one.
You've been calling it since day one. You put that down in your bracket. Can we get a receipt?
Yeah, I didn't submit my bracket, but Houston was. I did have Houston winning into everything.
Okay.
Well, you've heard enough about basketball, and we'll keep you posted here live. But for now, let's talk about the man himself, the head of the table. But no, Mike, not Roman Reigns. New York's very own Jalen Brunson has finally returned from his sprained ankle injury and had a successful return, putting up 15 points in a 112-98 win over the Suns. Sammy, how does this improve the Knicks' playoff chances?
Oh, captain, my captain, right? You can't play without a leader, and the Knicks got that back. I will say the first game back since March 7th was a little, I don't want to say underwhelming. I'm glad he's adjusting well, but 15 points and 6 assists. The Knicks need, again, they need their leader back. He can't, hopefully this is just a little bit of a down.
It'll take him some time.
Yeah, take him some time to get back in. But I think really, not just for like morale or for the game, for stats and stuff, but morale too. Again, he's your captain. He's back and he's finally healthy to help hopefully go into a deep playoff run.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you, Sammy. And I think this was a great little experiment for the Knicks. We mentioned it last show with some speculation on what might happen, but the Knicks went a very respectable 9-6 over their 15 games without Brunson. It really unlocked one man that I'm looking at right now, OG Anunoby. Over the last 10 games that they had without Brunson, he is averaging 27.5 points, 5 boards, 1.5 steals per game on 56, 45, and 91 shooting splits. The man is on fire. His athleticism has looked amazing. His shooting has been consistent. We talked about, will Mikal step up? Will Cat step up? The man has stepped up, and his name is OG. It's been really nice to see for the Knicks heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, Alex, and I really think that if Jalen Brunson can get back to the way he was playing before his injury, combine that with OG Anunoby and how the other guys have sort of picked it up with Brunson being gone, I think they're going to be a serious threat to any playoff contenders this season.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more.
100%. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk some puck and recognize some of the greats. Don't go anywhere. You're watching 6 to Sports on WTOP 10.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Yippee! I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts. It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to.
Welcome back to Sticks to Sports. The history books were rewritten yesterday as we witnessed what was thought to be an unbreakable record shatter right in front of our eyes.
Indeed we did, Sammy. Alexander Ovechkin just made history by becoming the all-time scoring leader in NHL history, taking the mantle from the legend himself, Wayne Gretzky, with 895 goals and counting. Ovechkin continues to add to his massive resume in his 20th season. Connor, I want to ask you, what's the impact on Ovi breaking this record, and how will it affect his legacy and the league as a whole?
I mean, his legacy is that now he is undisputably the greatest goal scorer in NHL history of all time. I mean, 895, he did it in the same amount of games that it took Gretzky to finish that career total, 1,487. I mean, you can't write a better script. The goal came on a power play from the top of the left faceoff circle, something that Ovi has made his office over his entire career. I mean, he's redefined a slap shot or a one-timer on the power play, and how fitting is it that that's where his goal came from?
And to carry on with that, I mean, we talk about it was just such a storybook ending, this goal. I mean, he got the assist from his longtime teammate, Tom Wilson. He scored on his fellow Russian, Ilya Sorokin. The first goal he's ever scored on Sorokin. Sorokin signed the puck afterwards, congratulating him. It was amazing. But again, you mentioned same amount of goals as Gretzky. He needs 3 goals for the rest of the season. He's 3 goals to pass Gordie Howe for most goals in a single season for a player over 39. He's 4th in the league right now in goal scorers, and he's in his 20th season. I mean, he just continues to build his legacy and show his true greatness in this league.
They don't call him the Russian machine for nothing.
Absolutely not.
Well, from the NHL to the MLB we go, as the Blue Jays star just got a bag. After some offensive rumors speculating he would leave, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Toronto Blue Jays reached a contract extension of 14 years at $500 million. This new deal sets the record for the largest extension in history, passing Mike Trout's $426 million extension with the Los Angeles Angels in 2019. Alex, how does this deal affect the Blue Jays organization, and do you think it was the right move long term?
I do think this was the right move long term, and I'll tell you why. If you are establishing as an organization that you have trust in your young guys, he's 26 years old, he's one of the best first basemen in the league, 2-time Silver Slugger, you say, look, I'm going to lock up our 26-year-old star, I'm going to make him the centerpiece for any rebuilds we have moving forward, and it's great for the league in general. I mean, we have a star-studded league now. We have a Dodgers team that looks unstoppable. We got a Yankees team signing big names. We got Juan Soto on the move. We have all this news, and it's just great to see a homegrown guy from Canada, Montreal, born and raised, stay with his team, get a huge contract extension, lock up, be there long term. It's great for the league competitive-wise.
100%. I mean, it's great to see Toronto finally get a star. I mean, over the past few years, they've finished 3rd in key free agents like Shohei Ohtani and Juan Soto just because of factors outside of their control. They had the money to pay these guys, but when push comes to shove, players don't want to have to go through customs for every road trip and potentially be held up in international airports until 3 in the morning. On top of that, Scott Boras was talking about the value of the Canadian dollar compared to the U.S. dollar. I mean, it just seems that for factors outside of Toronto's control, they couldn't get a guy to sign, but now they keep their own. Vladdy's a Canadian citizen. I mean, it's a perfect story.
Yep, born and raised.
Yeah, absolutely, Connor. And, I mean, Vladdy, a phenomenal player as well. You look at his statistics from the past couple of seasons. I mean, last year alone, 103 RBIs on 199 hits, so just a phenomenal player.
Second in the league in batting average.
Going to be a huge asset.
But moving on, some familiar faces in the NBA are heading to Springfield, Massachusetts. Former NBA All-Stars Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard have officially been put on the 2025 NBA Hall of Fame ballot. Both players shined throughout their careers, dominating their respective positions for over a decade. Sammy, as guys who grew up watching these players shine, what does it mean to you to see Melo and Dwight finally get their flowers in the Hall of Fame?
100%. It's Syracuse guy, right? Everyone loves Syracuse. I grew up 2 hours away from here. But Carmelo Anthony deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. That's all I'm going to say. He deserves it. I have so many stats here for him. Oh my God. Third overall in the draft that also had LeBron James and Dwight Howard. Dwayne, oh my God.
Dwight Howard was number 1 in
Yep.
04.
I apologize. Wow. Oof.
Good pull.
His rookie season, he averaged 21 points, emerging as a top scorer for the team. He was a Nugget, unfortunately, before he was a Knick, but we don't talk about that.
Nothing wrong with the Nugs.
Yeah, nothing wrong. He shined there, absolutely.
Yeah, we're talking about the Knicks. With the Knicks, he averaged 24.7 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists in 412 games with the Knicks. That is nuts. And honestly, it's good to see someone who is a local hometown hero to us especially get his flowers.
Yeah, and Sammy, one thing you're missing is for both of these guys, Melo, a 10-time NBA All-Star, and Dwight Howard, an 8-time All-Star. So just phenomenal athletes who have really proven that they deserve to be in this Hall of Fame, and it's great to see them getting there.
I just want to quickly give Dwight Howard some love for taking that 2009 Mavericks team to the finals against the Lakers. Also, 3-time DPOY, Dwight Howard.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dwight Howard, 10th all-time on the all-time rebounding list, 13th in the all-time block list. He got his chip with the Lakers in 2020. Outstanding resumes. And Melo, a scoring champ at the end of the day, and a gold medalist. Great careers from both guys.
We're going to go to a quick break, but when we come back, I'm going to be giving the guys some rapid fire on the fast break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching WTOP 10.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
If you like action, romance,
if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this.
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Welcome back to Stick to Sports. Before we get to the fast break, Mike, you want to give us an update on the Natty?
Well, gentlemen, just under 5 minutes left. Houston's ahead 58-55, a very close game. I'm excited to see how it ends. I'm going to be half tuned into the show, half tuned in over here. So cut me some slack.
Absolutely understandable.
100%. As I said before, it was always meant to be Houston. All right. Wow, I apologize. Today's fast break, I'll be asking the guys all about baseball. I'll stop talking and get right into it. Up and away, the torpedo bats have been taking the MLB by storm lately, but it's also caused a lot of controversy among fans. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred was quoted saying that the bats were absolutely good for baseball. Mike, do you think these bats could be the future, or do you think they're better off left in the dugout?
I mean, Sammy, I think it's pretty simple. In my eyes, at least, I think these bats are the future. They make the game 10 times more exciting. Who doesn't want to go to a baseball game and see a bunch of home runs. I mean, that's what made me fall in love with baseball when I was younger. That's the reason I watch for these exciting moments like that. And I think torpedo bats are able to bring that to the game even more. So no complaints there.
I couldn't agree with you more, Mike. When you look at a league that over the past 10 to 15 years, all the technological and analytical advancements have been for the pitchers. When you take a look at the guys who hit 300 in 2008, there were 51. Last year, only 14. Let's see if these torpedo bats can kind of even out the playing field for these hitters.
It would be cool to see, Connor, and they're completely legal. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, they help out hitters. They put more wood towards the bat, closer to the label, not at the end. And I mean, it's just going to be exciting to see the future of them.
100%. We had the absolute pleasure of being able to watch baseball these last couple of weeks, so I wanted to get your guys' opinions about some things. What was the biggest surprise from opening week, and what teams or players stood out to you guys the absolute most?
Am I taking this one first, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
My biggest surprise is going to have to be that Yankees win over the Brewers. I mean, we talked about torpedo bats just a couple of minutes ago. Of course, those may have had something to do with it, but 20-9 and that many home runs in a single game, I mean, just
breaking the home run
blown
record.
away.
Yeah.
Breaking the Yankees home run record, one off of the MLB home run record as well. A great game, a great win for the Yankees. And as a Yankees fan, of course, I can't complain.
Yeah.
Mike mentions the Yankees. I'm actually going to go and take a look at their arch rival, the Boston Red Sox. There's a guy down there, their new third baseman, Alex Bregman, is having a perfect season so far. It looks like his swing is perfectly tailored for Fenway Park. In 24 career games at Fenway, Bregman has 20 extra base hits. This season, he's hitting .341 with a .974 OPS. And in last night's doubleheader victory over the Cardinals, Bregman went 4 for 5 with 6 ribbies and one massive 411 moonshot to dead center in the Red Sox 18-7 stomping over the Cardinals.
A Yankee fan giving a former Astro and a Red Sox his flowers couldn't be me. But my biggest standout so far has been the Phillies this season. I really like the Phillies. They have, in my opinion, the best rotation in baseball. They just beat the Dodgers yesterday, and they showed a lot of flaws in that Dodgers squad. They got star-studded vets. Watch out for the Phillies. They're going to be good.
100%, absolutely. I know I said earlier about some predictions. I know it's super early in the season, but after seeing the teams play a couple games, do you guys think we're in for a wild season, and what are your boldest predictions about this baseball season?
Well, Sammy, it's definitely going to be a wild season. I mean, we've already seen that.
Yep.
But my boldest prediction, and this might shock the world, maybe not, I don't think the Dodgers are going to win the NL West.
Please.
I see the Giants and the Padres both sitting right there with them. 3 phenomenal teams, by the way. And I think it's the Dodgers' turn to let someone else shine. Plain and simple.
I'm going to head out east for the New York Yankees. I think Judge breaks 62 this year, guys. I mean, he's already got 6 home runs and 17 RBIs in the team's first 7 games. In 2022, when he broke the AL home run record, he didn't have 6 home runs until 20 games into the season. He, of course, finished with 62. In 2024, he didn't hit 6 until 29 games. He finished with 58. And in 2017, he didn't hit 6 until 17 games in and still finished with 52. I mean, this is a guy who typically starts out slow, but he is hot right now.
I'm going to continue this Yankee train, Connor, and my hot take is going to be that the New York Yankees will not make the playoffs this season. I don't think they are making the playoffs strictly because of their starting pitching. They had a lot of injuries during the season. Garrett Cole, Luis Heel, Clark Schmidt, all gone for the rotation. In the 6 wins that the Yankees have this season, 1 starting pitcher has recorded a win in those 6 wins. Their ERA is through the roof. I think that is going to ultimately hurt them down the stretch, and I don't think they're going to get that wild card spot from the Orioles or the Red Sox.
I don't really appreciate the Yankee hate, but I guess I can appreciate that.
Yankee fan hate.
Thank you for watching the Fast Break. We're almost done here, but don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we have another great extra inning segment for you here on WTOP 10.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill
Should
told
we
me it
tell
was
him?
Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
And welcome back to Stick to Sports. Now let's get ready for another edition of Extra Innings.
Well, boys, as the great Ray Charles says, Georgia, Georgia. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on his mind. It's Masters weekend, everyone, and the field looks wide open this year. Connor, who do you have taking home the green jacket?
I've got number 2 golfer in the world, Rory McIlroy, taking home his first ever green jacket. He's in a 10-year major championship drought, but he's won two tournaments already coming into this Masters weekend, and the number 1 golfer, defending Masters champion Scottie Scheffler, he got wrist surgery in the offseason. I think that might hamper him a little bit come this weekend.
Well, Connor, I don't think it hampered him at all in the offseason. I think number 1 ranked golfer Scottie Scheffler is taking home the green jacket this year. Won the Masters in 2022, 2024. He's coming for that trifecta, 2025. Don't sleep on Scottie.
Give me Bryce DeChambeau. That man has an IQ of 121. That man is Jimmy Neutron.
Practically a genius.
On the green, man. There's no way he doesn't win this.
Yeah, and fellas, I love my golfers, but my favorite thing to do when I'm trying to fall asleep, turn on a Bryson DeChambeau YouTube video. So give me Bryson as well.
Well, boys, from the classiest sport to one of the most brutal, the UFC is back this weekend with an absolute banger of a main event as Alexander Volkanovski and Diego Lopez clash this Saturday for the vacant UFC featherweight title. Alex, who do you got coming out on top?
I got Lopez winning this fight. I think he is 5 inches taller than his opponent, and I think that reach in later rounds is going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I got him winning in the TKO. Give me Lopez.
I've always loved the underdog. Give me Volk, round 4, total knockout.
Wow, Sam. I mean, I'm going to agree with Alex on this one. I think that reach is just too much, but of course, Volk is very speedy. They're a lot shorter, uses that speed to his advantage, but I've got Lopez in a round 1 KO. I don't think it's going to be that close.
Absolute hammer.
I'm going to bring up age here. A record of UFC fighters aged 35 and up in title fights below middleweight, which is 185 pounds. They are 2-30. Diego Lopez, 30 years old, fights Volk, who's 36. Volk is already coming off of a title fight loss where he was 35 to former champion Ilia Topuria, who is only 27. We've seen age be a factor before, and I think that stat holds true.
We got an old man on our hands. And finally, from the main event to co-main event, we go as number 7 ranked lightweight Michael Chandler takes on number 12 ranked Paddy the Baddy. Sammy, who do you got coming away with the W in this electric lightweight matchup?
Give me Paddy the Baddy, man. If there's anyone I like to watch or kick the crap out of somebody, it's Paddy the Baddy, man. He is awesome. He is so fun to watch. He is electric. I think he's going to win round 3 by doctor decision. I think he's going to get a huge cut, going to make his opponent have a huge cut right above his eyebrow. That's what I'm guessing.
All right, round 3 by doctor decision, Sammy. I love Paddy. He's got the look. He's got the swagger. He's so exciting. Chandler, also a really good fighter. I think it's going to be a great match, but I've got Paddy on a split decision.
I've got Michael Chandler. He's a guy who's been there, done that, fought the elite of the UFC lightweight division, was a champion in Bellator before that organization folded. I got Chandler round 3 KO.
I got Paddy the Baddy. We're going to beat up on Connor a little bit here, go 3-1 on him. But what can I say about Pimblett? Like you said, the swag, everything. He holds himself. The way he's going up against his opponent, I like him. I have him by, let me remember, I think a...
TKO.
Yeah, I got him as TKO.
Right,
but that's all
fellas.
the time that we have on this episode of Stick to Sports. Be sure to tune in. We're going to have a quick live update. 64-62 Houston going into the last minute. Be sure to tune into our final show of the semester on Stick to Sports, April 21st. Don't miss it.
Good night.
Good night.